CC 2015.5 Glyphs, Friend or Enemy. Welcome to this video where we'll talk about glyphs in Photoshop CC 2015.5. In this 2016 release, you might have come across the following situation. You have a bit of text here, and we want to add another word. Easy enough. We'll get the type tool, we'll click to the left of how, and we'll write and in front of it. Okay, nothing fancy about that. All that's left to change is the capital H to a lower one. Let's select it with the type tool and hit H on our keyboard. But look what happens. Nothing. Let me press it again. Still nothing. Instead, there seems to be a window of sorts here that constantly shows up. That's the improvement in this new release. That window is showing you alternative glyphs for that particular character. This is why this lecture is called Glyphs, Friend or Enemy. On one hand, this can frustrate you and stop you in your tracks when you want to perform a simple action. On the other hand, this is a very valuable tool for web designers who take their typography seriously. So let's break it down. When Photoshop detects your font has multiple symbols for a particular character, it will offer those options in this small pop-up. This may happen for only a few letters or for most of them depending on your font. As a rule of thumb, fonts marked with Pro usually have several alternatives. With these glyphs, you can take your work to another level. Let's take a quick look at an example from Creative Mints. In this design, you can see how this ampersand really stands out with its nice design. You can achieve a similar result with ease with this Photoshop update. Moving to another example, again from Mike, aka Creative Mints, here you can focus on this S at the beginning of this paragraph. Here you can use something special that stands out while still using the same font. So it's clearly a powerful feature, yet sometimes it may annoy you. How can you disable this pop-up? It's easy. Go to Preferences, Type, and uncheck this last option, Enable Type Layer Glyph Alternates. Hit OK, and we're now free to replace that H without any interruptions. Don't worry, you still have those alternate glyphs available, you just have to open them up from Window, Glyphs. From this new panel, by default, you have Alternates for Selection active. This means that as you select a different character, this panel will immediately update with new possibilities. If I want to use this fancy A character, I'll just double-click it, and that will update on my canvas in an instant. Now if I select the H, we'll see its alternates here. What's nice is that we can close this panel, and if you take a look at our selection on the canvas, you'll notice this area here. That tells us that this character has alternate glyphs available. Another option you have available is to open up the Glyphs panel and switch this setting to Entire Font. Now you can explore everything this font has to offer. These controls make it super easy to increase or decrease the size of the symbols, but you can also fine-tune the size of the grid too. As you can see, it's very intuitive and straightforward. In my work so far, I've had the best results when I used these specific categories from this drop-down. My language, Romanian, is a Latin one, so these additional symbols really helped me out when I worked on copy made for Romanians. But this is also helpful for currency, the pound or the cent symbol, which don't have a simple hotkey from your keyboard. I also like maths symbols and designer favourites, which are quite interesting. So that's the Glyphs panel. Overall, I love it, but this pop-up integration is not for me. If you feel the same way, remember to disable it from Preferences, Type. No matter your choice, using these special symbols will definitely improve your designs. Have fun!